All right, do you have any takes on this Diontae holding? We got some receiver contracts that have happened recently with Debo Samuel, DK
Man,
Metcalf,
Dude's
like
getting that.
$24 million a year.
Mhm.
But then we're also seeing, as Deontay's holding in, Pickens is showing out. So what are your takes on this right now? Omar Khan said that he wants
I
Diontae here long term. So yeah, what do you think the Steelers are gonna do here?
don't want to start no drama with this.
You better do it.
I don't want to start no
You better
drama.
do it.
Hey, you were the one that told us like, hey, don't let them see
Hey.
anyone else out there.
Hey, I told him, I gave him the analogy that you told me. You said, all right, now, when that. I say, look, man. I say the Steelers, they the man of the house right now. Diontae been the main thing for a little while. Diontae done said, all right, I'm holding out. I ain't cooking no more. So now it's a little bad little thing that just came in here with the little shorts on, cooking eggs and turkey bacon. I said the turkey bacon is smelling really good. And I think the Steelers are starting to forget about Diontae's omelets and French toast. He ain't trying to hear that right now because Diontae holding out or holding in, on that. So we was like, hey, man, the longer that happens and they started to get comfortable with Pickens, it's like, yo, I'm liking it. I was like, I don't know if that's good, though.
This might sound crazy. I think the only thing that hurts him is like, because I think he's a star. I think
I agree.
There's a star in there.
I
think
agree.
there's a star in there. I'm telling you what I think. I think that's a Martavius, AB.
Listen, he's
Santonio.
all of that combined in one. You give me Tay,
Yes.
you give me the AB, you give me Tone. Like, what, bro? The body control, the acceleration, the leapability, the size, the physicality, the block. I'm telling you, bro,
and I think
he's
got
like
that
that right now.
Mentality of like just throw it.
A true alpha mentality. Think how AB was, bro. How AB was, I'm always open. If it's two on me, I'm open. He's following me. He better follow me on Twitter. You know what time he on, bro. Like, that's how George look when he out there, bro. Like, man, I ain't tripping on nobody. Yeah.
So with that being the case, I just don't see them trading Diontae. I don't see that. I'm not gonna say that because I was walking around. I'm like, yo, he might get traded.
But what do you do with him though? I think that's the legit.
I think you keep him. You keep him on. You can't pay him that, but you let him be who he is.
But if he's holding in right now, do you? So you're saying essentially he's gonna give in. The Steelers don't need to pay him. Come week one, he's gonna say F it and show up. Okay.
For sure. Let's see who got the better cards. Like, I just don't think he has no cards to hold in right now. Mm-hmm. I understand it, but the more reps you let them see another person in that position, it's not the person. I don't want you to. They don't replace the person. Yeah. They replace the position.
Yep.
So you got to think. They feel like they got a big body with Claypool. Mm-hmm. You know, they feel like they got a scatty one in there with Calvin. Mm-hmm. You know, so like Diontae is that playmaker. You know, he's that, I can throw you a slant and you can take it. I can throw you a screen and you can take it. I can throw you a deep ball and you'll catch it. Mm-hmm. You know, so if they feel as though they can replace the position, you got a new deep ball / slant guy, mm-hmm. then they feel like they'll replace you. You know?
Facts.
Like even though it could be two people that replace the one position, mm-hmm. they still feel as though you're replaced, if that makes sense. Yeah. So he don't want to show them reps too many times to other people. Like I seen Calvin get a screen and take it in Latrobe, mm-hmm. and they made a big deal out of that. That was a lot of like, whoa, mm-hmm. what's that? You know? And those are usually the Diontae reps. Those are the Diontae screens and whatnot. You know? So I say like this, one of the receivers is definitely going to be affected by it. You know? I think Diontae gets affected in terms of his pay. I think Claypool gets affected in terms of his targets. But you'll see a different set of rules this year for who's got what, you know. And I also would say, the young boy, he liked the block.
Yeah.
So everything I see, it look like he liked the block. That's somebody you keep on the field. You go look at Matt Canada's college mm-hmm. tape. He had one receiver out there a lot. Mm-hmm. You know, with a big package, like a big fullback.
You already know what it is.
You know what I mean? A big running back.
Gonna get you in big body personnel grouping, yeah.
You know, mm-hmm. something like a Connor Hayward at the tight end. You know, mm-hmm. you got a nice package there to play action, run a dig, or play action, run a go, or hand the ball off 28 times like they want to do. So it's like, I just don't think they have a lot of leverage in the Diontae camp right now to get the deal done the way they want to. Even though it makes no sense to take a bad deal per se to miss out on 2 or 3.
You can't take the bad deal, bro. You can't if you're Diontae, but you're stuck
but,
now.
What, 19 million to 22 million is a bad deal?
But who said that that's what they're offering him? Because we said the floor is 20 for him. If they giving him 20, that's fine.
17 to 20, that's a bad deal?
If he gets 17, that's a bad deal. If he gets 20, that's all right. 20 should be his floor, though.
Deal. But why is that a bad deal, though? For your situation you got, you lock in long term and you're here.
But how do you feel about your situation here? That's the real question. Do you believe in the quarterback going forward? Because that's going to heavily impact you down the line.
I just feel like 17 million, whether it's 17, 16, man, damn it, I don't mean 15. It's better than playing these odds right now.
You know how this game goes, though. Everybody wants that bag, bro. In that sense,
everybody does.
They want the bag. And when you seeing a guy that you know you just as nice as if a dude think about this, you don't think he looks at Terry like that? He look at DK like that. Why wouldn't he?
He not just as nice as nobody.
He's looking at them like that, though. He's gonna be looking at them like that, though. Yeah,
I just sent you the list.
Oh, I'm with you on that. Absolutely, I know this. Yeah,
I don't see it. Only thing I think he's tougher than is the Christian Kirk, but he not like the Terry McLaurins are in his. That's his range. You know, so it's like, but they don't have these type of situations in their field either.
Yeah,
DK could have held out forever. They were gonna pay DK, you know, or he was gonna get his somewhere else. Like you see, AJ Brown was gonna get his. Like, this is a situation where he might need to take, and I can't tell nobody what to do with their money, but that's a lot of money still, you know? And you know how the league go. I'm not being one of them.
No, I'm with you.
No, I'm just saying, that's a lot of money still. Like, in the world, you still getting a nice check, and you're in there. You're in there. They got to give you that.
Oh, yeah, facts.
So now they got to hit you. Now you're on the politics side. You're on not the D-Light, but you're on the Miles Jack side, or you're on the Devin Bush side where we're cheering for you to get it done. You know, we're gonna throw him that screen. You know,
to TG's point too, because I've been talking about absolutely. 17, 18 million, and I think that would be the perfect deal for both Diontae and the Steelers. There's no bend now too. With this whole quarterback situation, like it could be almost like with Debo, how he locked in with the 49ers. And now going into the season, they have Trey Lance. So like, I think 17, 18 wouldn't be that bad to consider. Now, I do understand why Diontae would want more just because of the other receivers and what they're getting, because his numbers are very comparable. But you don't know what's going to happen with Mitch. Is Diontae going to be his number one guy? Ben was. He was.
You say that's pride to you?
That's pride to me, though, because you just want to say, I'm one of these $20 million guys. And it's like, if 17 gets you in there, but you're still comfortable and you're on the team, you're you know what I mean? You can get on a golf cart at Latrobe.
I think
that's all right.
I see how you looking at it. You're looking at it as take a little less. You're comfortable in the situation. You feel stable in the situation.
Yeah,
I get that part, and I'm looking at it from
looking left and right at a DK or a Terry, and they don't have nothing behind them. They're not as deep.
Right, their situation behind them is definitely different, and that is big in terms of why they were able to have the leverage that they did have with this. They didn't have a Chase Claypool opposite them. They don't have a George Pickens coming behind them as well. It's very different in that sense. I just feel like for Diontae, man, when it comes time for striking and hitting for that NFL bag, it doesn't come around often. And when you're in a position where you can get an extra $3 to $5 million potentially on a per year basis, that's something where I'm just like, man, I think you really have to weigh that and see, is my situation and me trusting that we're going to figure this quarterback thing out, if I feel good about that, or am I going to take a little bit, I'm going to maximize how much money I can get, market value, and say, you know what? Whatever happens after that happens, but at least I got the bag that I felt most comfortable with. Kind of like the L. Bell situation when we talk about him leaving Pittsburgh to go to New York to the Jets. It's like, he left the better situation, but for him, he got the money that he felt comfortable with. So it's like, how do you fault him for choosing that? So in this situation, it's almost like the same thing in a sense.
I feel you. I feel that, and I think in a sense to say that to your only thing. You think maybe Le'Veon stays, maybe that movie's a little bit different as well.
Yeah, true.
I just think it's the same script. I think Le'Veon chose the money. Yeah. And I love Le'Veon. Everybody in the world know I'm one.
No, facts.
Le'Veon, AB, I'm part of the team.
Hey, you ride with them through it all. I'll be over here like, yo, I rock with y'all, but I can't. Yeah, it's like
I got arguments on Instagram.
You one of them dudes. Yes, you one of them dudes. I was over here like, all right, we're gonna see how this thing goes. This is interesting. You was in the fight. You was in the fight with him. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you look over there at the San Fran. I think Debo. I don't think he chose the money. I think he could have kept pushing. He had all the cards in the world, but he was like, all right, let's get this done. I'm coming back in here. Do whatever you want to do. I'm comfortable, though. He's comfortable. For the next couple years, he's comfortable. You're not going nowhere. Nothing like we can get you the ball. We going whatever. You're comfortable. Yeah. I just think Diontae can find himself into a role where he can get comfortable right now to where, throw me the screens. Or hit me still. I'm still in the mix. You know what I mean? He can slow down this momentum a little bit and it's hard to tell him to take some money for less, but in doing that.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Now it does, man. But you know how it goes, man. When you ask a dude to take a little less and trust a little more over here, you're comfortable. It's like, whew. Yeah, good luck. Hopefully, I hope it work out for him, whichever way it goes, man. But you see this ending.
It's going to work. Everybody will win in a sense. It's just win to how much. That's the whole thing.